How do we solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems? Our doctors and specialists collaborate, sharing their vast knowledge and Mayo Clinic's unique expertise. It's this working together that helps solve our patients' hard-to-solve medical problems. Monument Health, proud member of the Mayo Clinic Care Network.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of coverage options to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
It's time for trucks, and we have the trucks you want at Denny Menno Toyota. Choose from over 60 new trucks on the ground and on the way. For a limited time, get 2.99% APR financing for up to 72 months on every new 2026 Toyota Tundra. That's 2.99% financing for 6 full years. Or get 3.99% APR for up to 72 months on every new 25 Toyota Tacoma. See us for trucks at Denny Menno Toyota or DennyMennoToyota.com.
Pests don't wait, and neither should you. At Olson's Pest Technicians, we've been protecting homes and businesses for over 55 years. From bats and attics to rodents and walls, ants in kitchens, stubborn bedbug infestations, even swarms of mosquitoes. We've seen it all, and we handle it all. With expert technicians, ethical treatments, and service across South Dakota, Nebraska, and Iowa, you can count on Olson's to get the job done right. Contact us today at Olson's Pest Technicians. Family owned, community trusted.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Futures aren't made by accident. They're dreamt, they're planned, they're discovered. At Northern State University, futures are the result of hard work and grit. NSU is an academic powerhouse with a spirit of exploration and genuine support, where professors know your name and push you to discover what you're truly capable of. But don't take our word for it. When you experience Northern, you'll see the difference here.
Things were a little different back in 1979, but at McKee Ford, our approach to customer service hasn't changed. We're a family-owned and operated dealership with a commitment to respect and integrity. See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At McKee Ford, we've got it. F-Series, Super Duty, Rangers, and Mavericks. All with up to $14,485 off MSRP.
See us on the Big Ford Corner or online at McKeeFord.com.
At Dakota Discount RV, our mission is to make your RV experience fun and easy by providing quality recreational vehicles, competitive pricing, and professional sales and service. We're proud to offer the finest names in RVs. Our big inventory of fifth wheels, travel trailers, and toy haulers allow us to save customers thousands of dollars compared to most dealers. Come see us at either of our 2 locations, 3330 East Mall Drive, Rapid City, or 11200 JB Road, exit 48, Somerset.
Would you buy your insurance from a cartoon character?
What's up, Doc?
Cartoons are good for a laugh, but when you're in an accident or you need your home covered and need help, it's no laughing matter. That's why you need a real person, like Lance at Van Zee Insurance Associates. It's not just simple insurance either. Lance has you covered with home, life, auto, and business. Van Zee Insurance is your place to call. Stop by today or give Lance a call at 605-393-2399.
Out here, you learn that to keep growing, you have to keep changing. CHS and the farmers and ranchers we serve know all about change, because together we've changed agriculture. That's why we're the largest farmer-owned cooperative in the country. So farmers own the system they count on, with advantages at every step. From innovative tools that help crops grow, to grain processing expertise, to energy solutions, we create connections to empower agriculture. Learn more at chsinc.com.
Fentanyl is a powerful synthetic opioid, up to 100 times stronger than morphine. Even a tiny amount can be deadly. It's often mixed with other drugs without your knowledge, increasing your risk of overdose. Protect yourself and your loved ones and avoid unknown substances. Stay informed, stay safe, and remember, one pill can kill. For more information on fentanyl prevention, visit your local health resource or speak to a healthcare professional today. This message was brought to you by the Great Plains Tribal Opioid Response, so that the people may live.
Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers is a trusted real estate advisor in the Black Hills. She brings precision, dedication, and clear communication to every transaction. Melissa focuses on service, not sales, always putting her clients first. She's also passionate about supporting local youth activities, helping to strengthen communities and build a brighter future for our kids. Whether you're looking to buy or sell, Melissa is here to guide you every step of the way. Stop in or call Melissa Christensen with Engel & Volkers today.
Agriculture is like no other business, which makes Farm Credit Services of America like no other lender. Owned by the farmers and ranchers we serve, our customers have a voice in how we work, a stake in what we do, and share in our success. Discover a lender that works for you at Farm Credit Services of America.
Welcome to GoRaidersLive.com and to tonight's Class AA Girls Basketball Contest featuring the visiting Sturgis Scoopers and the hosts, Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Brought to you subscription free on GoRaidersLive.com, LiveTicket.tv, and YouTube Stevens Raiders channel. This looks to be a good one between two teams that are coming off some good performances, although the Scoopers fell to Rapid City Christian on January 9th. They played a really tough game and had some solid performances from their players, Addie Kostler, Kira Killinger, Leah Long, Olivia Vleem, and Arena Haugen. And they'll come into this one 2-5. They're coming off a 2024 campaign where they were 10-11 and lost to O'Gorman in the Sodak 16. The Raiders come into this one 7-2, fresh off a weekend sweep of Sioux Falls Roosevelt and Sioux Falls Lincoln. And they're coming off, as a reminder, a 24-25 campaign of 7-14 with excuse me, that is incorrect. They were better record than that, and they ended up placing third at state in the Class AA last year. Well, before we get with this one, we had a chance to catch up with Stevens head coach Adam Dannenbring on his thoughts of how the Raiders played over the weekend. Let's take it away to Coach Dannenbring's interview.
Weekend trip for us. I thought we played well both games. Against Roosevelt, they've got a couple real good sophomore players that are their best too. But I thought, especially after the first quarter, we did an excellent job of just limiting their touches, and we really made them work hard for the ball. And
that's what he had to say overall about the Raiders' performance. And he goes on to talk about how the Raiders, really stepped up their defense and their shooting.
Excellent job defensively overall. I mean, holding Roosevelt to 35 points and then Lincoln to 17 points is pretty awesome. On Saturday, I was really impressed with how we shot the ball. I think we had 12 made threes in the game, and everyone contributed. We moved the ball beautifully. We just played the right way against a team that is maybe a little bit down this year, but you still have to play the right way and do the right things, and I think we did that.
So that was Coach Dannenbring's assessment over the weekend. We will come back to part of his interview where he talks about his senior leadership. We also asked him about what he thinks going into tonight's contest against this Scooper team led by head coach Courtney Poole for the Scoopers. And so we'll scroll to that and we'll get that to you right now here as Coach Dannenbring talks about what he thinks tonight could look like for the Stevens Raiders.
They're going to play us zone, I'm guessing. They'll switch between a 1-3-1 and a 2-3 zone, and on occasion, sometimes this season, we struggled against a 2-3, and so I'm hoping that we can execute some of our 2-3 zone plays well, and we want to try to speed them up. Obviously, we're going to try to pressure them and get after them. The Williams girl is a very good shooter. They have a couple big girls underneath that are a little bit taller than us, so we'll have to make sure that we're doing the right things as far as like how we're trying to guard them. And of course I have the utmost respect for Coach Poole and her program. Like, she is a great coach, and I miss seeing her around Stevens. She used to teach and coach at Stevens, and but it is good to get to see her again and get to compete.
That words from head coach Adam Dannenbring. Want to thank him. We also had a chance to talk with Finley Love. We'll bring you her interview later at halftime. We're going to take a quick 30-second commercial, and we'll be right back for the anthem lineups, and also we'll be bringing you some segments of an interview of some of our officials tonight, brought to you by Greg. We'll be right back after this 30.
Welcome to Bowie Foods at Al's Oasis Plaza. My great-grandfather, Gus Bowie, opened the first store in 1905. I'm R.F. Bowie, the president of Bowie Foods. We aren't your typical store. You'll find everything you need for your family. You'll save money, and I promise you're going to enjoy your grocery shopping experience. We carry a lot of locally produced products and some things you just aren't going to find anywhere else. South Dakota owned, family owned, Bowie Foods.
We're back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium, and we're getting set for this Class AA girls matchup. We'll turn it over to public address announcer, one of the best in the biz, Jason Hafner, and he'll bring us the anthem and the starting lineups.
And your Rapid City Stevens Raiders. Both schools are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association, who have adopted the rules under which the game is conducted. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship is vital to this game's success. We encourage you to cheer for your favorite team during tonight's game, but at the same time, please demonstrate the respect you would like to be shown as visitors on their campus. Unruly, threatening, or obscene behavior will not be condoned in tonight's game. Thank you in advance for your cooperation and support. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. We ask that if you are able to please stand and remind all in attendance that proper respect is to face the flag, remove your hat or cap, and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty military not in uniform may salute the flag. Please join in singing along with the Stevens High School Pep Band under the direction of Jordan Seidel as they perform our national anthem.
Shout out to Stevens High School Raider Pep Band under the direction of Jordan Seidel tonight.
Grace Lyons, Jocelyn Keitke,
And we will get you the Sturgis cheerleader names here as they are introduced. Grace Wilson, Grace Lyons, Jocelyn Kipke, Shiloh Salazar, Gouget Koster, Barkley Scott, and Georgia Ulmer.
Kylie Barnes,
And for the Raiders, their cheerleaders are Abby Cuppy, Kylie Barnes,
Shaylee Cowie,
Natalie Baker,
Kate Terry,
Delilah Espinoza,
Kaylin
Shaylee Cowie,
and Matea
Kate
Dubray.
Terry. Also, we
Coach
have
Jimmy Exner.
Kaylin Barnes,
Now
Matea
introducing the
Dubray,
starting lineup
and
for the visiting
the coach,
Sturgis Scoopers.
cheer coach Jamie Exner. And now we'll get the starting lineup for
Senior
the
number 22, Tori Williams.
Scoopers.
At guard, a junior, number 24, Leah Long. At forward, a senior, number 33,
And starting
Kira Killinger.
For the Scoopers,
forward,
number
a junior,
22,
number
Tori
50,
Williams.
Olivia Bleed.
Number 24, Leah Long.
At forward, a senior, number 51, Addie Kostler.
Olivia Vleen gets a start tonight.
Super head coach Courtney Poole, assisted
Addie
by
Kostler.
Josie Dirksen.
And rounding out the starting
And now
rotation for
starting
the
lineup for your
Scoopers,
Stevens Raiders.
Kira Killinger. And now for your Raiders.
At a guard, a junior, number 4, Haley Falcon.
Haley Falcon will get the start tonight.
At guard, a senior, number 5, Mackenzie Schreiber.
She'll start along senior Mackenzie Schreiber.
At guard, a senior, number 11, Finley Love.
And at guard,
At forward, a
Finley
senior,
Love.
number 23, Hallie Peterson.
You'll hear more from Finley later. Starting Hallie Peterson.
Forward, 8th grader, number 34, Marley Sayumanatapa.
And forward, number 34, the 8th grader, Marley Sayumanatafa.
Adam Dannebring, assisted by Tanner Waggy, Quintrell.
Again, the Scoopers are coached by Courtney Poole.
Ladies and gentlemen,
The Raiders coached by Adam Dannebring. Gotta love the fact that the Raider Pep Band is here and in good form tonight for us. as we get set to go in this girls Class AA matchup from Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Thank you for tuning in on behalf of our producers, Jacob Delaney, Avery, and Danica. We're set to go here.
Your officials for tonight's game, Becca Walters, Robert Lehman,
officials for tonight,
and Tim Vogley.
Becca Walters, Rob Lehman, and Tim Vogley. So Greg, mix of a newer official and two experienced officials.
Yeah, tonight I think we're going to have a pretty good crew on the court. Becca, we're going to hear from her a little bit later from an interview. She is the crew chief for this crew tonight.
All right, as we get set to go, Seiyu Manitofa takes the tip. She'll tip it back to Love. Love, the senior guard, the Augie commit, rolls right, bottom of the logo to Mackenzie Schreiber. Skip pass all the way over to Falcon. Looked at a three, passes it up. Seiyu Manitofa floats it back out to Schreiber. Schreiber on the bounce, sets up, back out to Love. She's marked closely there by Long. 12 on the shot clock. Now 10, 8, 7, 6. Quick over to Falcon. Falcon swing pass. Schreiber, little step back three. Good! Matt Schreiber opens up the scoring with only a couple ticks on the shot clock. Raiders lead early 3-0. They'll apply the pressure. Peterson and McKenzie will start that pressure. Broken by Sturgis, number 22, Tori Williams. She goes right to the hole with little jump hook, not there. Love tips it over to Schreiber. She'll get the rebound. Raiders come down, looking for a solid second possession like their first. Couldn't ask for much more. Wind down the shot clock and get a three. Love gets it down to Seiyu Manitofa. She's got good position on Vleem. Takes her to the box and scores. Tough, strong move there by the 8th grader, Seiyu Manitofa. Spearfish comes back on the sprint. They'll get it up and they'll step out of bounds. And unlucky there. And it looks like Addison Kostler knew it. She's going to get the handoff from Williams and just knew she ran out of room. And that'll be a turnover by the Raider pressure. Peterson into Love. Peterson will come over and give support. She'll get back to Peterson. They're going to work on that 1-3, that 1-3-1 zone that Sturgis likes to run, and then they fall back into a 2-3. That shot's off. Nice job by the Scoopers to come down. Unlucky there. Kira Killinger got a nice pass from Williams, just couldn't finish. Raiders back down. Peterson into Seiyu Manitofa. She does another good spin move on Vleem. Gets separation with the spin and puts it up off the glass for another strong two. Raiders looking really sharp out of the jump here. 7-0. More pressure. They get it over the top to Long. Long, the senior scorer, shooting guard for the Scoopers, tries to get over to Williams. It's tapped. Had trapped for a little bit. Killinger does a nice job getting into Vleem. And Seiyu Manitofa, who's playing behind her, just was able to swat that out of bounds. 18 on the shot clock. Griswold comes in with, along with Thornton. So the senior Jessa Griswold will come in, as well as senior Hayden Thornton. Both solid players. That one goes off of Killinger. She'll collect it. Long hit the floor, wanted to call, no call. Bounce pass into the lane, and it's stolen by Griswold, who comes off the bench and makes an immediate impact defensively for the Raiders. Love, top of the key, kicks it over. Schreiber, just off rim. Nice rebound by Williams. Strong position there by Williams. She gets all the way down to Long. Long step through. Going to have a travel. Call. Didn't look to be contact, Greg, but couldn't quite see what's going on there.
Yeah, I think she just got a little bit ahead of her feet and just couldn't control them and took an extra step.
No, the Scoopers will put some pressure on, and they use Seiyu Manitofa to break the press to Schreiber. And that's one way to break that pressure with quick passes. The ball didn't hit the floor till it got to Seiyu Manitofa, who took a power dribble and then got it to Schreiber. And that pass goes over the head with the pressure of Schreiber over the head of number 2, Kinley Stewart, who's in the game. We're going to get an early timeout, 30-second timeout by head coach Courtney Poole and the Scoopers. We'll be right back after this 30-second message. You're following Raider Girls Basketball on GoRaidersLive.com.
Diamond Roofing is your trusted roofing contractor in Rapid City and the surrounding Black Hills area. With over 40 years of experience, they specialize in residential and commercial roofing, as well as siding, windows, and gutter installation. They also collaborate with general contractors to install roofs on new home construction. Diamond Roofing offers customized solutions that fit both your needs and your budget. Call 605-720-7663 for a quote or visit diamondroofingcorp.com today.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Raiders 9, Scooper 0. Love gets it over to Griswold. Griswold back to Love to Sayumanatapa, splits the defense. Tried to get it to Thornton, goes out of bounds. Good thought there by the 8th grader, Greg. Just got kind of caught up into traffic.
Yes, she had a great look, just a little bit too strong.
Williams now trying to get the ball in, does. Picked up the dribble now was Kostler. She'll get it back to Williams. Williams, just such great defense there by Love. Close to the line is number 21, Briley Heath, who's also now in for the Scoopers. So for the Scoopers, Heath, Williams, Kostler, Vleem, and Stewart, and that was too long by the Raiders. Schreiber, who's got good speed, just couldn't catch up to that one. So Mackenzie Mack Schreiber, the Mount Marty commit, number 5, is having a big game here. She opened the scoring with a big 3. 4 minutes to go in this half. Scooper scoreless. Kostler puts one up. Good looking shot. Floater doesn't go. Thornton. The length and athleticism. Thornton was there for the rebound. Schreiber wide open for 3. Just off. Looked good. It was on line from here. Just a little off. And it comes back down. Heath gets it to Long. Long over to Kostler. Kostler to Heath. Tries to go down low, and Thornton is there to knock it out of bounds. 19 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Scooper ball underneath. Williams will report back in, as will Killinger. So Killinger, Williams, Stewart, Kostler, and Long in there for the Raiders. There's a foul on the baseline.
Yeah, we have number 51, Addie Kostler, taking the baseline to the basket. Our defense just couldn't get there. And number 22, Jessica Griswold, just couldn't move her feet fast enough to get in front.
Kostler makes the first. And that was kind of the MO with her against Rapid City Christian. She had some good looks with strong baseline takes. So good first step by Kostler. She makes the second. And that'll put the Scoopers on the board. 9-2. Love will walk it up. Peterson will help direct traffic. Love goes long. Falcon. 3. Good! Can't leave her open. 40% three-point shooter last season. 12-2. 10-point lead. Thornton comes in a prize pressure to Long and then gives more pressure. And she's going to get the steal and fouled by Kostler. And that's just a frustration foul because of all the disruption Thornton caused.
Yeah, they're doing everything they can to try to get the ball across the timeline. And once they get across, Stevens is just swarming them and giving Sturgis's guards grief. And then a little bit of a steal, and they just didn't want an easy layup to happen.
Thornton, step back, didn't take it, dribbles, finds a little better spot. It drains a 3 for Hayden Thornton, the 5'9 senior guard, and another turnover. Now it's Hallie Peterson who comes down. Tries a bounce pass to Love, and it goes off of a Scooper. Kick ball, and it'll be out of bounds anyway. 31 on the shot clock, 2:45 to go here, 15-2. And Raiders and Hayden Thornton will bring the ball in. They get it under. Nice set piece. Hallie Peterson with a basket cut. And no Scoopers were there in the lane in the zone. And the Raiders finding little holes in the zone. And Peterson will get her first two. 17-2 Raiders. They lead by 15. Love tries to dig hand on number 22, Tori Williams. And it was close.
You know, she's playing really good defense, and you know, as much pressure as she's putting on these guards, that's her first foul.
Yeah,
it's going to be a long night for Sturgis.
And the official Walters was right there. 3 off, doesn't draw iron. Right there, tough rebound. Griswold, she dribbles out of it, gets it to Love. Love will bring it up. She has Falcon on the right. She goes to the lane, floater off the glass. Rims around, rings and out. Unlucky there for Finley Love, and she'll get the defense right back. We get a double dribble. Nope, didn't call it. And Sturgis does a nice job breaking the pressure. Long will stop. Think about a pop, doesn't. Stewart thinks about baseline, pulls it off. Williams, the shooter, goes down low. It's knocked away. And she's going to be out of bounds. The ball was going to go to the Raiders either way. Griswold came up with it, but the official was right there and said it's on the line. So with 1:40 to go, Raiders 17, Scoopers 2. Peterson, the senior, also a Mount Marty Lancer commit, will get it into Hayden Thornton, the Swiss Army knife for the Raiders. She just can do everything well and with precision, and that's why I just a Swiss Army knife, you know, and the Victorinox version, you know, the top of the line. Just a great kid and a hard worker, and just does everything for the Raiders. So foul there on Killinger. That'll be her first. Peterson short on her first one. And she'll step to the line for the second. And that'll be off as well. And the Raiders apply pressure again. Williams now. Get the ball, set it. Over to Long. Long at the logo. Directs traffic. Back to Williams. Kostler's on the cut, but right there is Thornton, who had great position. Great anticipation, and a good no call there, Greg.
Yeah, for sure. You know, both players have equal rights to the ball, and there was no advantage gained by either of them. Good no call.
And that one's going to be tapped out of bounds by, looks like Schreiber. And the Scoopers, are they close to the 5? And it is. You just, Greg, got that sense of it's getting a little close, and then you saw the inbounder get anxious there.
Yep, for sure. Stevens' defensive pressure on the backcourt is giving those guards grief to be able to find the open person to throw the ball in.
Say Manatafa over to Schreiber. Great point. Thornton. They're going to call it travel. Looked like she got the ball on the floor, but that's why we're up here. Both of us sporting our clicks, so thanks to our families for seeing we needed those, right, Greg?
Exactly.
Williams will bring it up. Schreiber will recover, slow her down at the Raider mascot, and that'll be a nice pass inside to Long. Can't finish. Killinger's there with the rebound. Good step through. Right there is Peterson. It'll go off Peterson out of bounds. I think Killinger wanted a foul, and it looked to be Peterson straight up. So there's been contact, but, you know, it seems like players are on both sides are in good position.
Yep, absolutely. And we're getting good whistles and good no whistles.
Up to Long. Long at the letters. Now at the logo. Good pressure by Griswold. And then the help by Peterson. To Killinger. Over to Kostler. Kostler down low to Long. Long with a little turn spin. Rejected by the 8th grader, Marley Sayumana Tough, and she'll bring it up the floor and get it to Schreiber. 10 seconds left. Griswold lets a three go. Good! With 4 seconds to go. Number 22, the 5'8" senior guard, Jessica Griswold, launches a three. And at the end of one quarter, Scoopers 2, Raiders 20. And I have on my score sheet 6 different Raiders scoring in the first quarter. You're following Raider girls basketball on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv.
When life gets hard and our thoughts get too much to bear, finding the resiliency within us can help us find healing. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline provides 24/7 free support for anyone in suicidal distress or emotional crisis. All texts and calls are anonymous and connect you to local resources that uphold cultural values and pave the way to healing. Find the strength within you. Find the strength within our culture. Reach out if you need help today.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box.
Welcome back. Carroll Higher Gymnasium. Want to thank Jacob, our producer, along with Delaney, Avery, and Danica. Good job with the replays, Jacob. Vleem takes it in the hole, in the paint, and a nice jumper for her. That looked good. She had a good, strong dribble. Olivia Vleem, the junior, took it to the paint and scores for the Scoopers. Falcon, open, three, short, online though. And Stewart picked up her dribble, but was able to get the ball to a teammate. Kostler will turn and set up the offense. She traveled. She picked up her dribble too high, and the Raider defense, as you're talking about in the backcourt, applied pressure and looked like she drug her foot from up here.
Yes, exactly what happened.
Love. She'll get a screen from Hallie Peterson. She'll go down the low to Seyumana Tafu, and she'll go straight up to the hoop. Another good, strong turn. And that quick turn where she gets her shoulder square has just been 3 times. They couldn't stop it. And we're going to get a jump ball off of the hustle of the Raider senior and another Mount Marty Lancer commit, Jessica Griswold, for the Raiders. Those 3 commits are Mackenzie Schreiber, Jessica Griswold, and Hallie Peterson. And we'll hear from Raider senior Finley Love, an Augie commit. It was almost like soccer where we had a quick retake on a free kick.
Well, and so this is a unique situation. It's a new rule this year. When the official gives the ball to the wrong team, before the officials could not correct that. Now we can correct it before the next dead ball. So they got the ball to Stevens, who had the possession arrow.
So is that come from where the possession arrow is, or the teams just lined up and took the ball? Don't know.
I think the official called jump ball, but they gave it to the wrong team looking at the possession arrow.
And Love, off of the turnover, Finley Love doing what she does best. Just hawking the ball, was in perfect position, saw the loose ball, attacked it, and once she got the ball, went to the hole. We're going to have a foul in the backcourt. It looks like that's going to be on Griswold. Is that 23 they're calling that on? The Hallie Peterson now will get her first, putting on pressure in the backcourt. Got a little too close, had the hand check. Some substitutions come in. For the Raiders, it's going to be Falcon, Schreiber, Love, Thornton, and Seyumana Tafu. In for the Scoopers is Long. She takes it to the hole, and she's going to be fouled. Love can't believe it, but that's going to be her second. And team first for this quarter. Peterson will come in for Love. Now in with Schreiber, Falcon, Thornton, and Seyumana Tafu. for the Scoopers. Williams. Vleem. Number 25's in, which I don't have a name. She's not down on my roster there, 25. So number 25 is in. Now also number 30 is in, who also I do not have on the varsity roster. And that's close to an over and back, but she wasn't quite established. So flurry of turnovers here. Get things situated.
Out of bounds, Raider basketball.
We'll go to bound here quick, Greg, and see if we can find some numbers for some players not on the varsity roster, which happens in high school where they're able to sit more. Bear with me here as Thornton brings the ball up. She'll get a nice backdoor pass to Falcon, who almost finishes on the reverse layup. Seyu Manutafa goes up, comes down, kick out Schreiber. That's off. Thornton's going to get the ball, and they're going to say on the line, even though it looked like she tried to tiptoe, and it'll be a turnover. Ball back over to the Scoopers. And in the last 40 seconds, Greg, it's just the pace has led to a lot of turnovers, and there's a foul? Is that what we're going to call here?
Yeah, we got another foul.
So we went from not too many to a lot quickly. And the third team foul already on the Raiders, and that one is on Schreiber. And they only had 2 in the first quarter, 5:20 to go, and they have 3. Peterson into Vleem. Vleem tries to go dribble. Seyu Manutafa's right there. Over to Long. Long thought about a 3, but Peterson closes. Goes baseline. Not there. 25 is going to be Mary Lichtenberg. We're going to write her in. And 30 is going to be Madeline Vleem. It makes sense. She's about as tall as Olivia Vleem at 6'2". Raiders get caught. Oh, good pass down low to Seyu Manutafa. Can't finish. Gets the rebound. Kick out. Falcon 3. Good! Boy, what unselfish play by Schreiber. Had an open 3, but hey, I have a teammate right behind me. He's 40%, and that's just smart, unselfish play by the senior. And we'll listen to what Coach Dannenbrink had to say about his seniors later, hopefully in the broadcast. Williams down to Vleem. Madeline Vleem with a little jumper. Good job of position there by Thornton, who's giving up at least 4 inches. Nice little cut to the hole by Thornton and a reverse layup. And Hayden Thornton, Victorinox, doing it all again for the Raiders. 29-4. Long having beats Peterson, gets the lane. She'll put up a little jumper, in and out. Right there for the rebound is Falcon. Thornton will press. She'll come up hard with the ball. She'll stop. Wide open. Falcon in and out. Seyu Manutafa's there. She'll push it off to Peterson, who goes straight the hole. No call. She'll continue to persist to the ball. It's going to be knocked off of the Scooper. That was number 25, Mary Lichtenberg or Leitenberg. I'm not quite sure how to say that. I'm sorry, Mary. And it'll remain Raider ball with 3:42 to go. And they're letting them play here, Greg.
They are. Scores getting far enough away that, at this point you just manage the game.
Yeah, you just want to keep it safe and fair. And, Stevens just came out, just defensive pressure. A frenzy of pressure at a frenetic pace, and the Scoopers just aren't adjusting to that. With another turnover is Thornton. She'll back it out and then go to Griswold. Step back 3 after a pump fake. That's just back off the iron-off line. She'll chase it down. She'll get it to Love, who's in. Thornton, 3. That's off the back iron. Going up hard is Lexi Portlock, who's in the game now, number 20. And it'll be a jump ball, and it'll go to the Scoopers. Coming back in is Falcon for the Raiders. For the Scoopers, Kostler, the senior, 5'7" senior, Addie Kostler. She's a hustle player. Gets it into Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg being guarded by Thornton. That time goes off the hand of Stewart. And Stewart and Love will have a little joust, and it'll go out of bounds off Stewart. Raider ball. Griswold will inbound the ball for the Raiders. They lead 29-4. 2:40 to go in this one. Good turn by Portlock. She tries to go down to Thornton. It's knocked away by the Scoopers. And remind us of why the ball is getting taken out there based on where it goes out, based on the new guideline.
So the new rule this year, actually it was last year, but it was clarified a little bit better this year. Any time the ball goes out of bounds, it's out where it goes out of bounds. Anytime there's a violation, it goes into 4 spots, either at the 28-foot line or underneath the basket, 3 foot away from the lane on either side, depending on what's closest.
Sturgis can't, that's a great explanation of that. And a lot of things officials have to think of out there, but Scoopers could not capitalize on the turnover caused by the senior forward, number 33, Killinger. And the Raiders bring the ball back down. It'll be knocked out of bounds, Raider ball, with some subs coming in for the Raiders. Griswold back in, Peterson back in, Thornton, Falcon, Portlock. Falcon tries a baseline little runner. Killinger's length there, deflected and blocked that one slightly. Good defensive set for the Scoopers. Long. Try to get it down into Killinger. They do. It's off. She tries to get a rebound, throws it out high to Williams. She'll take a long 3. It's off the back iron, and Portlock with a strong rebound. One-handed pass to Peterson. Tough catch. She'll take it all the way to the hole and finish. Wow, off the tough catch with a defender flanking her and one trying to cut her off at the point. Haley Peterson just used her athleticism and basketball IQ to shield the ball with and result in a good layup. Long 3 here for the Scoopers. That's Kostler. That'll go out of bounds. And with 1:15 to go, Raiders will have the ball. Seyu Manatafa will come back in with Griswold, Falcon, Thornton, Peterson. For the Scoopers, Stewart checks back in. She'll be in there with Long, Heath, Kostler, and Killinger. Thornton walks it up. Pressured now at the logo by Heath. Keeps the ball. She'll get it over to Falcon. Little bounce and 3 just off. Looked good. She liked the way it looked. Now Long will bring it up with 52 seconds, 29 on the shot clock. Scoopers trying to get something established here. Heath into the corner to Kostler. Kostler will go baseline. Good job by Falcon to cut her off baseline, and then Griswold working hard to keep Killinger off the baseline, but what'd you see there, Greg?
You know, I think the ball handler got a little ahead of Griswold, and she was just trying to catch up with her hips and got her with the body.
Yeah, it looked like one of those little hook things almost, where she just was trying to re-engage with the lower body and got a foul. Heath now looks, goes down low. Good job by Seyu Manatafa, but Long is there. She'll show ball, go to the hole, and then she'll draw the foul. And let's see who this one's going on. Whoever it is, Portlock's coming right back in. And that's going to be Peterson. That'll be 2 on her. And that'll put Sturgis on the line. Long. She'll miss the first. Portlock comes in for Peterson. Don't want to get her in a third foul situation before the half. Long with her second. It's up, looks good. It rims off. It's going to go off of, that looked like Heath, who tried to challenge Sayum Manatafa for the rebound, but knocks it out of bounds. So Thornton will bring it up, have help breaking the press by Portlock. She'll get it baseline to Schreiber. Schreiber will take it to the hole. Good heads-up play by her. That'll give her 7 for the night. Killinger down low. Good pass, good thought, just a little hard. Kinley Stewart couldn't handle it. Ran out of room on the end line. Raider ball with 4.5. Let's see if they try to get something. They'll send it to Sayum Manatafa. They'll get, actually Scoopers get a shot off, but it won't count.
Stevens Raiders 33, Sturgis Scoopers 4.
At the end of the first half, Scoopers 4, the Raiders 33. We'll be right back after this 30-second message, and we'll come back with an interview from one of our officials tonight. You're following Raider girls basketball on GoRaidersLive.com, liveticket.tv.
Community banking should be kind of personal. That's because there's no one-size-fits-all when it comes to you. Fortunately, Security First Bank gets that. And that means you get more, too, like online tools, in-person expertise, and tailored banking solutions for your family or business. So, from balanced budgets to bucket lists, we're the bank for all you're doing. Security First Bank.
Welcome back to the Denny Menholt Auto Group of Rapid City Press Box. Tonight's girls basketball game, and we asked her a few questions, and one of them is, what kind of skills do you learn from being an official? Here's what she has to say. For tonight's game against Sturgis Scoopers and Stevens Raiders, and Becca, welcome.
Thanks, Greg. I'm glad to be here.
One of the things that we're trying to do is recruit new officials, and we are trying to educate fans and such on officiating. What specific life skills, such as communication, decision-making, handling pressure, has officiating helped you to develop?
I think officiating kind of enhances the skills that we all have when we step onto the floor. You nailed it, though. Communication's big. You've got, subgroups of people with that environment on the court. You've got players, coaches, your partners, table crew. I think it's just understanding within each of those groups how to communicate with them because they're all different. I also think integrity's big. Whether you make a right call or maybe perhaps you don't think it's the right call. Just within yourself, recognize that and get better. Talk to yourself. Let's get through that and not let it happen again. And I would say third is confidence. Stepping on the floor with confidence really, helps you settle in a little bit, but also not crossing that fine line to arrogance too is a big part too. But let the players, the coaches know that you're there because you should be there, but also not, thinking you're better than they are.
And one of the other things that we talked about with Becca is what type of community does the officiating allow you to have? And here's what she has to say about community. What's the best part of officiating community?
You nailed it, community. I didn't start reffing. I got a late start. I was about 35 when I started, really being registered and certified. But my husband has done it for probably 20 years, and just seeing him grow with his, community. I'd follow him around. His best friend, he started reffing with at 19, and now we watch him 3 times a week on TV and watch him at the NCAA tournament. So best man in our wedding. So it's that community, and just, those are his best friends, and now these people are becoming my best friends. It's unique. You have things in common, things to talk about. You're going through the ups and downs together, and it's just great to have those people have your back.
And then finally, we asked her, how does she keep the passion of officiating, and what keeps her coming back
night after night. And I'm finding the clip here. And here she is. What keeps you passionate about officiating even when it's tough?
You know, I kind of touched on it a little bit. I just think being involved in athletics is big in that community aspect. Once we talk about again, my day-to-day career used to be college athletics day in and day out, and then so having a little bit of a career change where I'm not in that every day, having this community where after work I can go and be a part of a basketball game again. And I've been a player, been a coach, and now an official, and just seeing how it all works together. And we're all here because we love sports, and we're all here and we want to have fun and we want to make it better. So just remembering that you're there to help the game continue.
That's awesome. Well, thanks for taking time. And that's what we have with Becca tonight. We want to just give them a great round of applause for the job that all the officials do for our kids and allow them, without the officials, the games can't happen. So we just want to hats off, hands out to all of the officials for every sport, not just basketball.
Yeah, that's a great point, Greg. It's a thankless job. None of us want to do it, but we all think we know everything, and I'm guilty of that. And so that's a great perspective that Becky gave. And, for someone starting a little later, just a great example of how you can continue in a passion, and stay active in that passion and give back and serve. And that's just a great full circle story there. It was awesome to hear the community part where, the best man in their wedding now is a college official big time. And so that's great to hear. And we also want to, those of you, especially Stevens students, if you are interested in becoming a sports official and want it to turn into a part-time job and maybe a lifetime activity and way to give back, the Stevens High School is working with the Ref Reps program. So that's REPS, Ref Reps. Go check it out. And if you're interested, go to the activities office and talk to Mr. Karn, as I believe he told us there are a number of spots that are held for students if they want to take the course and become a certified official, which again, Greg, you can testify to how this can be a great part-time job for a high school and college student.
Yeah, absolutely. When my kids were going through college, one of the things that Jason Olson made every one of them do when they were freshmen, sophomore, and juniors was officiate the tournaments that would be put on here at Stevens. And so they took some of that along with some help from Dad on how to do some things, and probably not as much help as I thought I gave, but it's possible, like in Sioux Falls, to drive down to the Pentagon, you could on a weekend make $300 to $350.
Awesome.
For every college kid. At least when I was a college kid, I didn't have any money, so I know that they certainly like the idea that they might have some money to maybe go to a movie or something like that.
Sure. Well, that's Ref Reps. If you're interested, Stevens students, Ref Reps, go talk to the Stevens High Activities Office about that opportunity. We're going to stay right here and queue up our interview with Finley Love. Greg, I'll need you to make sure you're off of the Bluetooth devices so I can get on here. And while we do that, we'll just look at some tail of the tape a little bit of the first half. And that sounded like somebody went off here. And we'll get somebody back on here. The big tail, 17 turnovers by the Scoopers, 7 by the Raiders. And shooting, the Raiders are 50% from the field, 39% from three-point line, and that's kind of been the difference here in this 31-4 ball game. Let's catch up with Finley Love, and this is what she had to say about last weekend beating both Sioux Falls teams. Let me just make sure I'm on, and I am. Finley Love.
Hello, thanks for having me on. I felt really good about this weekend. We haven't won back-to-back games like on a road trip yet this year, so that was really nice to do that. And I think as a team we all played super well together. We moved the ball and we were able to score and get up on teams, but also I think our defense was a big part of that since we're constantly pressing and creating turnovers. So I was just really happy that we got those 2 wins this weekend because we just needed to get those. And
so that's what she had to say about this weekend. And then as far as her own game, all these players are so humble and kind of hard on themselves, but here's what she had to say.
My own performance, I think I was just able to do my own role as being a point guard. Like, I'm not going to be scoring all the time. I also am giving people assists, and like if someone has a hot hand, I need to pass to them, and I think that's what we did this weekend. A few people got hot in both the games, and we just kept feeding them, and they were able to hit shots. So.
And let's close out with one thing we talked about was Finley's defense and just her innate ability to lock in, and this is what she had to say.
I think defense is definitely my strongest thing in the game. So yeah, I think I played pretty good on defense this weekend. They had some tough guards the first Friday night against Roosevelt, and we were able to shut them down the second half and keep them from scoring. So
there you have it. Raider senior Finley Love. We'll finish that interview hopefully between the quarter as the Scoopers come out, and they'll get the ball coming out of that exchange is Killinger. And she'll get it over to Long. Long swings it over to Kostler. Thought about the shot, goes baseline, what she likes to do. She runs into Seyu Manatafa. What great sportsmanship by Seyu Manatafa. The rest of the Raiders were hustling down the floor. She stopped to help up Kostler because she just kind of knew she ran into Seyu Manatafa's set. We're going to have a foul on the shot by Love. What'd you have there, Greg? I kind of missed it.
She goes up and she gets her on the bottom of the wrist, which is a really hard foul to see, by the way, as an official. Coaches are teaching more and more that foul underneath the ball rather than on top of the ball, and it's really hard to see that.
So Love comes out and she'll convert on both free throws. And I must have missed an early basket because I don't have what the score sheet has from the halftime stats. We'll figure that out. Killinger backdoor to Long. Long's right there. Can't handle the pass. It'll get tied up and it'll go. Oh, it'll stay with the Scoopers here as the Raiders are in white, working left to right. Scoopers right to left. Nice little inbounds play. Set piece to Addie Kostler. She'll put in 2. And it's 35-6. Raiders. Peterson. Falcon. She heaves a 3, but Killinger got there to put an arm up, so that was a tough take. Ball gets down to Long. Gets caught in the corner. She tries to force it, and it's going to be a tie-up. Oh, no, they're going to call the foul. Looked like a tie-up between Vleem and Schreiber, but they're going to get Schreiber on the foul.
First team foul.
Her second. Team first. Peterson almost tied up Long. Kostler goes low to Killinger. Right there is Love. Killinger turns on Love, and Seyu Manatafa is there, but didn't stay straight up, as they say, Greg.
Yep, she went up, and I think she would have blocked it if she would have just stayed that way, but then she decided to swing her arm, and that almost grabs a foul every time.
Killinger.
Now, I don't know if my score sheet's correct or I missed. I had 3 fouls on Finley Love. Her number's not on the board, even though she's in the game. Did you have 2 or 3 on her first half?
I had 2.
Okay. And that one's good by Killinger. But I don't see the score change as Scoopers made the jump shot Oh, yeah, that would be right. So that is correct. It did change. Kicked out. Schreiber tries to go high. Wow, she was extended. See the athleticism of the 5'7" guard. She got up to about 6'5" on that, trying to reach that ball, but just the pace of the pass sends it out of bounds, and we're going to have a timeout here. We'll be right back to Raider basketball after these messages.
Where can you get surprisingly great rates on auto and renter's insurance? At State Farm. I'm State Farm agent Matt McCormick, and I'm your one-stop shop in Rapid City for protecting your car and your stuff for surprisingly great rates. So stop looking around. Call me, State Farm agent Matt McCormick, for surprisingly great auto and renter's rates today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Welcome back to Carroll Higher Gymnasium on the campus of Rapid City Stevens High School. Raiders huddle as they get set to defend here. See if they go in full court mode. Looks like they will. They'll send Falcon, actually will pick up Long at half court. She'll get it over to Kostler. Back to Killinger. Killinger looks down to Vleem. Vleem, good length. Thought about going inside, then does. Kostler turns, tries to back down Love, and she does. Good physical take there for two. It'll be Schreiber. Ball got knocked away in a turnover, and Scoopers will have it back. Trailing by 25 here, 4:35 to go in the third. Kicked out. That time Schreiber got a hand on it, but nice recovery by Williams. Goes down low to Vleem. Vleem, little jumper, not there. Good rebound by Sayumana Tafa. Challenged by Long, but strength, the eighth grader brings it down. Love. One-handed pass to Schreiber. Right back to Love. Dangerous. She'll get it over to Falcon. Falcon with the take inside to Peterson. And a nice little combination pass into the 5'9" senior captain, number 23, Hallie Peterson. She'll get her 6 points for the Raiders. Williams all the way over, skip pass to Long. Long down to Killinger. Killinger will work down inside for two. That'll be her fourth points of the night. Love resets here now on the logo, poked away by Long. Love gets clipped and will get fouled. She was recovering to get the ball and got clipped, and now Love's directing traffic of where people were supposed to be. And that's one thing Coach talked about, was this 1-3-1 that the Scoopers will go into and then get into the 2-3, and it just seemed like the Raiders didn't adjust there, and Love was put in a bad spot.
Yeah, you know, I think this half, Sturgis has come out and they're changed up some things, and Stevens guards right now are kind of out of sorts.
And as you say it, there's a layup, but contested clean, and now all the way back down goes a pass to Schreiber, but Thornton's pass knocked out of bounds by Stewart, who on the other end, it looked like they had a layup chance, but Love contested it, held her legal guarding position. Schreiber off the inbound three, it's off. And the Raiders aren't shooting at the same clip they were in the first either, but the defense is still there. They'll kick it out. Schreiber off their turnover to Love. Skip pass over to Thornton. Thornton on the top of the key behind the back. She'll get bumped, but no call. And it's going to say Sturgis ball. So what was kind of a foul in the first, again, legal guarding position, I couldn't tell. No call. Ball will go over to the Scoopers on the tough defense. And they'll earn the turnover. Finley Love now will guard Williams. High pass over to Stewart. She's guarded by Thornton. Williams flies it over to number 21. That's Briley Heath. She'll kick it back out to Williams. Williams will go to the hole off the glass. Not there. Rebound, Seyu Manatafa. After it was tipped around, Love will come back down with it. And she'll look to direct traffic. Looks like the Raiders are in a better position. And now the set's there. Griswold goes to Seyu Manatafa. Skip pass. And Killinger was there. Love saw it, and then the ball just went out of bounds. Killinger didn't touch it, but she definitely affected the reaction by the Raiders and another turnover. So I'm sure Coach Dannenbring and staff are saying, okay, we've got a lead, but we got to clean this up here. Scoopers come up. They'll get it to Long. Long to Kostler. Kostler at the letters. She'll get it out top to Heath. Heath, take it to right side. She'll be at the mascot. Go down to Vleem. Vleem, good finish. Love had to stay straight up. Olivia Vleem, the 6'2 freshman, nets her 4th points of the game. Love off the bounce to Griswold. Griswold now on the dribble. She'll get over to Falcon. Falcon 3. Good! That's one way to wake up the Raiders scoring it. Get it to number 4. She'll give you 3. And it's a 40-14 lead with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. See if Sturgis gets off a shot. I don't know if they're going to. They are, but it's way deep. That was, in the logo. Hard for Vleem to get that up. At the end of 3, the Scoopers 14, Raiders 40. Greg, go ahead.
One thing to point out, right now we're in a mercy rule clock running situation. So just so the fans understand, that the clock does not stop unless there's a timeout or an official's timeout on the floor. It also stops once the official signals that we're shooting free throws. So it'll run up until the point where the official signals the clock operator, and then the clock will stop. So unless the score gets underneath 20, that's a running clock for the rest of the game.
That's a great reminder. And let's real quick listen to what Finley Love had to say about how things are going halfway through her senior season.
I'm just really proud of our team. We've only lost 2 games, and one of them we shouldn't have lost, but we moved on, and I feel like it's going super quick, which is sad, but it's also bittersweet because, I have plans in the future, but I'm just trying to have fun with my teammates since it's my last year, so yeah.
We'll come back and finish that interview. Also, get a listen to what Coach Dannenbring has to say about his seniors, as there's a senior combination right there. Great action, great ball movement, as Coach Dannenbring talked about. Hallie Peterson with a great assist down low to Hayden Thornton for 2. And now off the steal, instant offense. Your senior captain, 5'5" guard, number 11, Finley Love. That'll be 6 for Finley for the night. Thornton moves to 7 after that 2 she had. One-handed pass from Peterson to Falcon. Falcon goes up. She's bumped. Thought about passing to Griswold, but nice job really there by Kostler to make that pass not there. But Falcon saw that and just took it to her.
Right, and she goes to the hole, and number 51, Addie Kostler, she tried. Just too much body. Sometimes that's not called.
Falcon will connect.
Back in for the Raiders, number 5, Mackenzie Schreiber.
So the Raiders will come in here on the press again. Love will apply pressure to Williams. Williams tries to go behind the back, close to being over and back. She's really using that left hand as a guard there. And the nice little running layup, but can't finish, unlucky, and then going back up. Great effort there Kinley Stewart, the 5'5 guard, to go down low and fight for that offensive rebound. And that will go the second on Seyu Manatafa, if I'm not mistaken. And Stewart will go to the line here. And she'll make her free throw. And that'll give her her first points of the night. The 5'5 junior guard, number 2, Kinley Stewart's come off the bench and did a nice job for Coach Courtney Poole and the Scoopers. Her second from the stripe. This throw looks good. Release looks good again, and it's good again. So nice, consistent free throw shot there by Kinley Stewart. And the Raiders, with 6:34 to go in this one, lead 46-16. And because that was off of a free throw, is that why it was stopped?
Correct.
Okay, and I know you explained that. I just wanted to make sure. Seyu Manatafa, they're going to call a travel. Again, I thought she got the ball down, but, you know, that happens so fast. And it'll be a turnover back over to the Scoopers. Long will sprint it up, try to beat the pass. She does. Good job by the senior Long to hustle the ball. And she'll look for a three. No, she goes down into Killinger. She turns on Schreiber, and just too much length there for Killinger. And we're going to have a call here on who afterwards.
It looks like we got a technical foul on 24, Emmy DeBoer for
24 on the Scoopers? Or
on Scoopers.
Okay,
correct.
so that's going to be Long, who just made the.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
No, you're good. So Long, we just called.
33, Sturgis, Killinger.
Oh, Killinger. Yeah, who is just. So Killinger will get a foul.
Hayden Thornton to shoot the technicals.
So Thornton will go to the line, and she'll miss the front end of the technical. Raiders will get the ball. Second one is up and in. More confident throw there. Good release, good rotation. And now the Raiders will have the ball. Thornton looks to call the set piece from Coach Dannenbrain. Long will face up Love. A little token pressure. Now she gets a little tighter. Ball goes to Griswold. Griswold thinks about going low, backs it out. Almost gets caught baseline, but Thornton is right there. Good little step through pop. And this Swiss Army knife, the Victorinox, goes to that set of tools, and just a nice little show of the ball and then a good step through dribble. Just fundamental basketball, Greg.
Yeah, she's playing a heck of a game tonight. It's fun to watch her.
Yeah, great effort. Good player, smart player. Really fits in well with this Raider crew. Good job there on the take by Williams. No call. She'll fight for the rebound, and she'll get in a jump ball situation with Seyu Manatafa and keep the ball for the Scooper. So good persistence there by the 5'5 junior guard, the 5'6 senior guard, Tori Williams, number 22. She wasn't going to back down from anybody there, Greg.
No.
Vleem on the inbound. She's short. This one goes up high. Love wanted to get it over the shoulder pass to Thornton. Thornton had to slow down to kind of find it, and then once her momentum was gone, just couldn't catch up.
Yep, the floor sometimes isn't long enough.
Yeah, that's when it's like a quarterback seeing that wide open receiver and you let it go and go, oh no, I should have just got it to him. But at any rate, Long brings it up, really being pressured well by Griswold. Gets it off to Williams. Williams over to Killinger. Killinger will go baseline. She'll keep working baseline, into Vleem. Good pass. And a good finish by the 6'2 junior forward, Olivia Vleem, number 50. She's a good player. Thornton. Dribble it around here just to try to get out of the trap situation. Love gets it inside to Griswold. Griswold out. Back over to Thornton from the kick. Short, but Seyu Manatafa is there for the rebound, and she'll go up strong, and she'll get fouled that time. Didn't see who it was.
Sturgis foul number 33, Kara Killinger, her third, 13th foul. Seyu Manatafa,
It was on number 33, Killinger.
Thank you. Say Manatafa with her first. Oh, has a good touch. Just didn't get the shooter's roll there. That one will roll off for the Raiders. And now the Raiders look like they're going to clear the bench with 3:12 to go. They make some subs here. Raiders have a little break before they go on another East River road trip. This one, no Raiders got back. It got up to Kostler, dribbled off her toe. She recovers, goes baseline, little jumper. Seyu Manatafa alters that, timed that well. It'll come out to Falcon. Falcon will push it up. Jersey Von Eye now in for the game. The 5'4" junior guard, number 1 for the Raiders. She'll stop. She'll go baseline. Gets knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Raiders. And now also in for the Raiders, number 21, 5'9" junior Erica Goose Clough. Also checking in, number 20, 5'10" forward Lexi Portlock, the junior. Falcon's still in there. She wants 3. Taking it to the hole was Clough. Gets kicked out to Falcon. Falcon 3. Good.
3. And for the Raiders, number 12.
And now the clock will stop for the substitutions. We'll just have and this really isn't everybody go to the bench. It's just kind of a mass substitution. Officials timeout then? Is that what it is essentially, or just a substitution?
It's a timeout for substitution.
So it's like a courtesy timeout for subs, knowing the situation of the game. Okay. Von Eye in. Steal there by number 25, Lily Karn. She's going to go coast to coast, and she's going to get fouled. Let's see who that one goes on. That'll put Karn to the line. She'll see if she can get in the books here. So for the Scooper, that was on number 25, Mary Leitenberg. And Karn steps up to the charity stripe and drains her first free throw. Second one is also good. So the 5'7" sophomore gets in the book and then gets replaced so they can get a lot of girls in here. Number 32, Charlie Damas is in, along with number 12, Jasmine Divant, Erica Goose Clough, as we said, Jersey Von Eye. And then number 33, Tage Waddell, the 6'1" junior's in. A good take there. That's off. Unlucky. That'll come to the sophomore now in for the Scoopers. 0-0, Charlie Byerly. She gets it to Lichtenberg. Lichtenberg tries to go down to Madeline Vleem. That's knocked around. Eventually over to Lichtenberg for 3. Nice looking 3 for the Scoopers there. Under a minute to go here. Erica Goose Clough will take care of the ball out front. She'll get it over to Von Eye from Damas, and then it's going to be a traveling call in the paint. And the running clock, Karn will come back in. Waddell will come out, and their shot clock will be off as the inbound happened under the 35. So Scoopers will just look to run their offense, and if they get a chance, they'll take it. Also in is Hadley Parsons, a sophomore for the Scoopers. Shot again. Good! Mary Leitenberg with her second 3 of the quarter. And the Raiders will just hold on to this one, and we'll have a little scrum, but that's the horn. So at the final buzzer, Scoopers 26, Raiders 54. The Scoopers will move to 2-6 and are back in action again on January 22nd in Sturgis versus Custer. The Raiders improved to 8-2. And as we said, they'll be back on the court on the road on January 23rd at Watertown and January 24th at Brookings. We're going to finish up before we give the stat breakdown. Closing out this segment, finishing our thoughts from Finley Love, and this is what she had to say about having the opportunity to declare her letter of intent early this season. Finley Love.
I think it definitely helped a lot, and I know there's a few other girls on the team who are also committed, and it helped them too. Just working hard in the summer so I don't have to stress during the school year, because I also have schoolwork going on and I have actual high school season, and I don't want to have to stress about where I'm going next year. And I get stressed pretty easily, and I like to have a plan, so it was really good for me just to decide early and get the work done early. And it's nice because I can go watch Augustana's games, or my coach can come watch my games, so that was really nice.
So that's everything we had to hear from senior guard number 11, Finley Love, and just what a good person, and very articulate, just down to earth, modest, and just so fun to get to hear the scholar athletes just give their perspective to us. We're going to finish off with thoughts from Coach Adam Dannenbring about his seniors. I would be remiss not to get this on because of just how he talked about what this senior crew, who a lot of them played when they were younger, some, their freshman year, even end of their 8th grade season. So Hallie Peterson, Jessica Griswold, Hayden Thornton, who came over as a transfer, Finley Love, and Max Schreiber. And this is what Coach Dannenbring had to say about his seniors.
They're going to play a zone, I'm guessing.
My bad. That was the wrong segment, but I do have that on there. We'll get that going. I already played that one. I apologize. I looked at my wrong cue, but we're going to get this on here really quick because I'm dialed in now.
I mean, yeah, our senior leadership is a big deal for this team, especially when we go on the road. I thought they did an excellent job of making sure that we're kind of carrying on some of our traditions in our program that helped to make us successful. Just the preparation before the game when we're doing our stretching, making sure that the young ones, when it's time to go to bed, it's time to go to bed, and we kind of split them up that way in the hotel, where an older player had a couple younger ones maybe with them, and then they just know it's this is a business trip. We're here to get better, to play basketball, and I think it showed through all of our levels. Our JV, our sophomore team, and our freshman A have not lost a game this year, and I think that and that just comes from the leadership down. Obviously, it comes from a great coaching staff that we have here too, and girls that put the time in the summer.
Well, that's Coach Dannenbring on his seniors, and it's a special crew. Let's look at the numbers here, Greg, and why don't you look at this number here that we're just highlighting here for the breakdown.
So at the end of the game, Sturgis ended up with 22 turnovers, and Stevens ended up with 17. Stevens converted probably a lot more than Sturgis did on the turnovers that they received, I think, which would have been the big difference.
Yeah.
But if we look at the shooting percentage numbers at the end of the game, Sturgis shot 30% total field goal percentage, and Stevens shot 52.6%. It's really hard to beat teams that are shooting 50% from the field. And, along with that, the three-point line, Stevens was 7 for 18, where Sturgis was 2 for 7.
And 2 of those coming late.
Yeah, came in late.
By Leitenberg. Yeah, and to your point, though, at the halftime, Coopers came out and really picked up their pressure, and the stats and the numbers show it. But you're right, the Raiders were on fire, but a lot of their shots were created from turnovers and in transition and just good combination passing and ball movement. And then when they get the inside out going or the rotation going on the three-pointers, it just seemed like they were in rhythm and felt it and got after it tonight. So we're going to cut over to the boys' game. That's all for us on the girls' end. And we thank you for following Raider girls basketball tonight. And for our producers, Danica, Jacob, Avery, and Delaney, and for Greg, we want to thank you for following Raider Athletics, subscription free on Go Raiders.